G'day everyone, buck up in a bloody still hot far north Queensland. It's not raining, but that's the best thing. I've been out working and let me tell you, I've got a sweater. Hey, I want to do this clip. It's only going to be a short one, I promise. Recently I put new tyres on the BT50, the Falcon Wild Peak all-terrains. Now listen, I haven't had them off-road or anything yet, but I've been driving in the wet and listen, they're brand new, so they want a grip. They are very, very good. I feel a lot safer in these than what I did in the KO2s, the BF Goodrich KO2s, which I did not rate, and my mud tyres. I thought the muddies stuck to the road better than me KO2s, everyone. Trouble is, I've got about 50% tread left on the KM2s, the BF Goodrich mud terrains, and these tyres are nearly 10 years old, guys. I didn't run them all the time. I just ran them when I went off-road. And this is going to come into play soon when we discuss this. Whether I get new mud tyres. I spent a lot of money on these and I didn't get to wear them out. So, yeah, they've been to Cape York. They've done the Creb track a couple of times. But I only ran them when I thought I would need them. Okay, they weren't a bad tyre, I must admit. So anyway, happy with the Falcon Wild Peaks. The all-terrains feel nice and grippy in the wet, and let me tell you, it has been wet up here. The wettest March in far north Queensland in over 100 years, guys. A lot of places have had over a metre of rain just for the month of March. It's now early April. So we finally got some blue skies and we're making the most of it. Got the caravan out, airing out, all that type of stuff. Once the sun comes out, scrubbing mould and that this morning because it's so wet all the time. How do I get down that rabbit hole? Talking about mould, and I'm supposed to be talking about tyres. Buck, stop jibber jabbering and get to the point. Righto. So, I threw the all-terrains, brand new Falcon Wild Peaks on the BT50. Really happy with them so far. A lot of people highly recommended them. And a lot of people have gone to the Wild Peaks and said we love them. Had a lot of comments backing up my comment of the KO2s, the BF Goodrich KO2s being absolute shite in the wet on the blacktop. A lot of people. I've had a couple of people disagree with me, and I don't know if they're BFG fanboys or what, but a lot of people said I've had KOs and they are terrible on the blacktop in the wet, and that was my experience with them. I had to correct myself. I said I had two sets of KO2s. I didn't. When I first got the BT50, bought it second hand, Roz and I, with about 50,000 on it. It had the original KOs on there, the KO ones if you want to call them that. I didn't really notice them being all that bad. Anyway, I then went to KO2s and they were terrible. I can't really remember much about the KOs, the KO ones. BF Goodrich have got the KO3s out now, guys, the all-terrains, version 3 of that, and they reckon they're a lot better in the wet, but the tread pattern looks exactly the same as the KO2s, guys, and I wasn't willing to take the risk, spend a lot of money on BF Goodrich and have them being shit in the wet as well. Brian's just cranked his whippersnipper up. Thanks, Brian. So, happy with the Falcon Wild Peak so far. I'm in a dilemma and I need your help. And this went through my mind when I put the new tyres on, everyone. Here's my spare with the original steel rim. Now, if you've been living under a rock, I've got 4 spare BT50 rims, alloy wheels here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, they got my mud tyres on. My idea was run my original spare and that just stays as the spare. I don't rotate it, and then I run all terrains, and then if I'm going to Cape York or anything like that, I can run mud terrains. Now, I had a good comment. I've had a few actually, a lot of comments. That tyre thing's had over 15,000 views, everyone. Tennessee Thompson, g'day mate, if you're watching. Hey Buck, I recommend you revisit the 4 tyre rotation method as you're wasting serious money. With a 5 tyre rotation, all 5 tyres wear at the same rate. It gives you 20% more driving kilometres out of that set of tyres. Trust me, you're wasting a new spare. Letting it sit under the BT50 on a steel rim. You've got the alloy rim, so use it. Do a 5 tyre rotation. Cheers and safe travels, Mr. Buckaroony. Thanks, Tennessee Thompson. And let me tell you, mate, I was torn. Do I use one of my spare rims and do a 5 tyre rotation and get 20% more wear out of here, or do I just use my steel rim? I bought 5 Falcon Wild Peak all-terrains, and what Tennessee Thompson's saying, that's just going to sit under my car and never be used. It's there just in case I have a flat tyre. I can't remember having a flat tyre in this BT50 ever. I may have had one, but I can't remember it. So, Tennessee, there's a fair chance that will sit under there. And every now and then I wind it down, check the tyre pressure, wind it back up again. Never use it. So, my dilemma is, everyone, do I go into my local tyre shop with this tyre here, get them to rip that old muddy off, throw this brand new Falcon Wild Peak on, and use that as a spare with an alloy wheel and do a 5 tyre rotation and actually get my money's worth? I've paid good money for that tyre. Why not use it? I can see where Tennessee Thompson is coming from. My other dilemma is, everyone, if I do that, I then have 3 of these rims sitting in the shed doing nothing. So what's the chances if I don't use that as a spare, when I come across some cash down the track, maybe I can go in, take my 4 rims in and get a new set of mud tyres. Try a different type of muddy in case I go to Cape York. I could even go in and put road terrain on there. If I'm just going to be doing highway driving and that, I could go in and put highway tyres on there. If I don't think I'm going to go off, probably wouldn't go road tyres. I'd always stick with all-terrains. But it is nice to have some muddies in the shed just in case Roz and I want to go to Cape York. And let me tell you, when you get up there, you'll be glad you got mud tyres on. So I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, everyone. Do I just let that sit under my BT50 and it's just there in case, and that tyre may never get used, so I'm wasting good money? Or do I take it in, get that tyre thrown onto that rim, put it underneath and do a 5 tyre rotation? It's a hard one, isn't it? I did a live feed not long ago, a couple of weeks ago, and I put up a poll on my live feed. And I said, guys, 5 or 4 tyre rotation. And I still remember the results. 52%, I can't remember which way it went, but it was 52 to 48. So it was down the middle almost, guys. I can't remember if 5 or 4 was the 52%, but it was down the middle. So what I want you to do is in the comments section, everyone, do I do a 5 tyre or a 4 tyre rotation? And tell me why. Put in a reason. At the moment, I'm leaning, I don't know, there's a bit of me, half of me wants to go and do what Tennessee Thompson said and throw this bloody Falcon Wild Peak onto that rim and run 5 alloys, okay, and do a 5 tyre rotation, get more out of my Falcon Wild Peaks. But there's a part of me too that goes, but what if I want to go and get some new muddies and I haven't got 4 rims left? Now listen, I didn't think of this. Maybe I can find one more BT50 alloy wheel. That could be an option there, everyone. Do I go and try and find one more BT50 alloy, put this tyre on there, do my 5 tyre rotation, and then pick up another BT50 alloy, and I can still go and get 4 muddies? I didn't think of that. Maybe that's an option. So I've got 3 options now. A 5 tyre rotation, a 4 tyre rotation, or a 5 tyre rotation and go out and try and find another one of these alloy rims. I don't know how hard that will be, to give me the option to maybe still have 4 muddies in the shed just in case. But then again, I go and spend all that money on mud tyres, don't I, for 4 of them, and they sit in the shed a lot of the time, guys. I don't do a lot of real hardcore 4-wheel driving anymore, I must admit. I like just going towing the caravan and maybe some gravel roads and that. Put it in the comments. I'm torn between, I don't know which way to go. Try and convince me one way or the other. All right, be good, look after each other, and we'll catch you again soon, eh? I told you this would be short. Get you thinking, doesn't it? Righto, catch you later.